to start. The mirror in my bathroom is about this big, so on a typical morning when I get out of the shower I could see from about here to about here. When I was at the hotel a couple of weeks ago in California, their mirror was big enough where I could see my entire body. That was shocking perspective. I know I'm putting on a few pounds, I just don't get reminded enough. On a day-to-day basis, this is all I see, and I don't have super fat, bulgy shoulders or anything. And I just happen to have rock-hard, ripping pecs. Down here, though, I know I'm not pregnant because I'm a guy, but I still had to question it a few times. I watched a segment on TV where this morbidly obese man would drink 6 liters of soda per day. So he was getting surgery done to get his stomach stapled. Problem was, after his stomach was stapled, this is where they do surgery and literally like staple your stomach so it's smaller, he still continued to drink so much soda that his stomach stretched back out again. This is absurd. Like, I'm just glad I'm not at that point. That's bad. I know I'm not one to talk because I eat a lot of junk food. Have you ever eaten a whole box of spaghetti and a whole tub of ice cream? I have. So I try not to judge, but I just don't get the people that just give up. Like, they say I don't like exercising, so they just say, I'm just not going to exercise ever again in my life because I don't enjoy it. Look, I understand being lazy. I understand laying on the couch and being like, I don't want to get up. But to just plain give up? At least try. Okay, it takes a long time for me to motivate me to get up. But I do it because I don't want heart disease when I'm older or a bunch of hospital bills. The quality and the health of food at the grocery store, for the most part, is despicable. It's full of processed foods. Mostly like 90% of the food at the grocery store is terrible for you. You have to be really selective to pick food that is healthy for you at the grocery store. Now, I could sit here all day and complain about the food industry and how bad it is, or I could just eat better instead of complaining and remaining to gain fat. Just have to do research on how to eat well. It's not that hard, we have the internet. Have some self-control and eat some vegetables. I know it's hard, it's very difficult, but there's so much disease and there's so much cancer in today's society. I really think that people rely on the fact that science might come up with a cure for cancer someday, and they don't go about preventing it in the first place. I'm no exception. I've eaten my fair share of fast food, and I've smoked the past 4 years of my life when they have the warning. It's right on the label. It's right on the label. Cancer, heart disease, you'll look like a living zombie, apparently, according to this picture. Did you see some of these pictures? Did you see the tongue one? Anyone who smokes in Canada, have you seen the tongue one? It's just a pussy tongue that looks like it's about to fall off. Doesn't really look like a tongue. It's disgusting. It's right on a cigarette package. And then we're like, welp, that's gross. The reason I want to live a healthier lifestyle is because when I grow up, I don't want to have liver disease or heart failure because I couldn't control myself and ate like crap when I was younger. Right now, I know it's not that bad. I'm 24, so if I eat a crappy meal or I drink too much or I don't exercise for a couple days, then I don't feel that bad. But I don't want to be 50 years old and be obese and have heart failures because I ate too much fast food. Which I do, but that's why I need some self-control. I want to at least have the self-respect and the self-discipline to say, hey, you could control yourself and not have heart disease when you're older. Huh? I used to have a job where I would give out food samples at a grocery store. There were a lot of older people at this grocery store, and the first thing they would check on the ingredients of the box was how much salt it had and how much sugar it had. At this point, a lot of these people already have health problems or heart problems or diabetes, and their doctor told them they had to cut down salt and sugar. It's more apparent and common in these older people because they've been living their whole life with these bad habits, and these habits affect them more in their older age. I was seeing all this and I thought, Why would I wait until I had a heart problem before I started paying attention to my sugar and salt intake? Why wait till I already had the problem when I could just try harder now and not have a crappy life when I'm older? I want to set my future self up. I want to look out for me then, because I know I'm going to be myself. This is obvious, but it still boggles my mind that a lot of people still don't really think of this stuff. You're going to be you when you grow up. Don't be like, well, future self, guess you're just going to be fat and in a wheelchair. Like, why would I do that to myself? So the point of this video is, I'm going to start eating healthy. So, can you guys leave me a few tips in the comments below? You guys at least must have some good health tips. What are some good foods to eat? What are some good motivational tips? Give me some motivation. Like, before every run, stretch or something. I don't know. Drink lots of water. Just random stuff like that. Comments below. Or video response. Videos. Peace. Marino videos. That was a pretty good one too. Ha!